So back in 2016, I had a great career job. I was conductor for the railroad. I made a lot of money. I lived in a very nice place. But it wasn't something that I wanted to do with my life, and it wasn't something that I felt I was put on this earth for. But I kept doing it because, one, I made a lot of money, like I said, and two, it was comfortable, and I was comfortable living that way, even though I wasn't happy. Until one day, I almost got in a car accident, and I say almost because I did a 180 on a freeway going about 7 miles an hour and miraculously did not hit anything. And that really, really woke me up. One, I could have died, and two, I thought I could have been severely injured not doing what I really wanted to do with my life. So the top 4 things that I've always wanted to do, or the things that I love the most, are traveling. I love being creative, taking photos, graphic design. I also like to try to inspire people. And lastly, it's Superman. So ever since I was a child, Superman has been my favorite superhero. And not because of his powers, although, I do wish I could fly, but it's more because of his ideals and beliefs. Superman treats everybody innocent until proven guilty, instead of the other way around. And he also is a symbol of hope. So I had to try to figure out how to make those 4 things doing something that I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So I quit my job and figured I will van life around the Pacific Northwest, taking photos in a Superman suit to try to inspire people. So, like I said, I bought a van, I put everything I wanted to keep in it, threw everything else or gave away, and drove out to Seattle. Now, I ended up here because Seattle's in the middle of Oregon and Canada, and I figured it would be a great radius to start traveling around and taking photos. I knew I needed a job also, so I got the most mundane job I could think of to keep myself focused on doing what I love. So I got a job washing dishes. Within 2 months, going from a loft in Fort Worth, Texas, to living in a van, washing dishes every day for gas money. It's something else, but I've been doing that for a year and a half now, trying to figure out this path that I'm on, because I have hope for it. Now, speaking of hope, which is one of the reasons why I like Superman so much, just like this symbol here, hope transcends race, gender, creed, religious, political values, and anybody could be super and anyone can have hope. So also to me, hope is an action, because it's simply not enough to just wish for something. You have to put your actions behind it to get to where you need to go. For example, what if you wake up randomly one day and you have an email and say, hey, can you speak to a bunch of people and on stage, and you've never done it before? You want to just say to yourself, oh, I hope I could do it, and then just leave it at that. You would, pull out your iPhone and record a ton of voice memos every day, practice, send them to your friends, have them, get back to you. You would put in the effort and the actions and the elbow grease to make your hope come alive. So with that being said, every time that you see this Superman symbol or think of Superman, I just want you to think of 2 things. One, you got it. One, try to treat people innocent until proven guilty, instead of the other way around. We've all had that job where our manager or boss treated us like we knew what we were doing, as opposed to what we weren't doing. We've all started a relationship and had somebody trust us right off the bat, as opposed to wondering when we're gonna hurt their feelings. And it feels a lot better when somebody trusts in us first off, instead of believing we're gonna screw up. Secondly, I would just say to keep your hope alive, whatever your ideal hope is, and remember that hope is an action. Like I said, it's not enough to just wish for something. You gotta put a little bit of elbow grease to make it work. Thank you.